Hi everyone, I'm Christina Jordan. I'm a board certified master nutritionist here at Fit Body Weight Loss. I'm also the founder of Fit Body Weight Loss. And here's the deal. I started Fit Body out of my own struggles, my own journey with weight. I personally lost over half my body size. Yep, I lost over half my body size. That's about 134 pounds that I've lost, and I've kept off over a decade now while raising 3 kids, busy, writing books, traveling, just life. And the truth is, I believe that life should not stop us from being healthy. A busy schedule, a career, children, marriage, our responsibilities should not get in the way of our goals. It shouldn't get in the way of our health. It should come together, and it should support our goals and support our health. And the number one question I get from most people, busy people too, people who are like, I'm busy, I'm raising kids, I've got a business, a career, whatever, they have responsibilities. They always come to me and they'll say, something's wrong with me. They'll say, what's wrong with me? They want me to tell them what's wrong with them, because they'll say, no matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, I cannot seem to leave the pizza or leave the cookies or leave the wine or leave the baked good aisle. I can't get out of the bread aisle. I can't get out of the pasta dish. Every time I go out to eat, I can't not have this dish. And they're like, I know in my mind that it's not good for me, but I keep doing it anyways. I keep doing these things, and they say, what's wrong with me? And today I'm here to give you some good news. Nothing is wrong with you. It's completely normal. It's very common, and it is to be expected that you are going to deal with cravings, with feeling desires for certain foods. It's totally normal. Even me, as a board certified master nutritionist who has lost this weight, who does this for a living, I still deal with cravings. And so it's just that sometimes our cravings are more than just a desire to eat our favorite foods. Sometimes it's a bit more voracious, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Today, we are going to talk about why in the world do we have these strong, overcoming cravings for foods that we know are bad. Like, these are foods that we know in our mind, we know in our heart that we don't want to do it, yet we do it anyways. And here's the truth, you guys, and this will change your life if you get this one thing. Studies show that if you go even 4 hours without a healthy meal, without a meal, okay, just 4 hours. And I think back to all the times that I went 8, 10, 12, 16 hours without eating, not eating all day long. And they say that if you just go 4 hours without eating, you are considered clinically insane at your next food choice, meaning you are clinically out of control with your next food choice. So the first thing I have to say is a great tip for overcoming voracious food cravings is if you're going longer than 4 hours at a time without eating during your day, that could be a major problem and a reason, a key factor why you're feeling out of control. So that's why, as a board certified master nutritionist and a woman who has lost over 130 pounds, I eat 5 to 6 times a day. I do. I eat 5 to 6 times a day, you guys, and that looks like this. Breakfast, a snack, lunch, a snack, dinner, and an optional evening snack. Yep, I eat more now at my healthy weight than I ever did when I was overweight and obese. So when I began my journey, you guys, I just want you to have a little background so you understand where I'm coming from and that I have walked this journey. When I began my journey a little over a decade ago, I was over 270 pounds. I wore a size 22 pant size. I was diagnosed clinically with type 2 diabetes. And as you know, for most people, that is a life sentence. I was also diagnosed with a thyroid disease, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, and I was basically told, this is what it is, deal with it. You're gonna be on medications for the rest of your life. I had PCOS as well, so the doctors told me, you're not able to lose weight. You have a body that just loves to store fat. I was actually told that. And after seeing about a dozen different doctors, I made a decision that if the experts could not fix me, then I would go back to school I would become an expert and I would fix me, and then I would help everyone else if they need help too. And so that's how I ended up sitting here today on this side of the field. So I began as my first patient. I experimented on me with everything. And I will tell you that when I began my journey, I started at never eating. I was afraid of eating. I really grabbed on to the idea that diets were key, and I thought that food was the enemy. And as I went back to school, I went to a naturopathic medical school, and they taught naturopathic medicine along with naturopathic nutrition. And that's where I actually became a master nutritionist, was through this curriculum. And they taught that in naturopathic medicine and naturopathic nutrition, in holistic nutrition, you actually cannot starve your way healthy. You have to eat yourself healthy. You have to eat your way to wellness. And so your food has the ability to heal, and it has the ability to kill your cells. And so the more food that you eat that is nutritionally dense, that's packed with life, minerals, phytonutrients, amino acids, the more food that has life, the more life your body has to heal itself, to regulate your hormones, to have more energy, to just be healthy. And then as you reach a healthy state, guess what happens, you guys? You reach a healthy weight. And so my goal was I wanted to lose this weight without surgery. I was told the only way, I was recommended and written referrals from doctors to get gastric bypass surgery. And don't think for a minute I didn't think about it. I did. I was frustrated. Nothing was working. I had hired a personal trainer and that didn't work. I hired a personal chef. That didn't work. I went on every diet you could imagine and they did not work. They worked for a time and then they stopped working. And when I went back to school and I dedicated every waking hour, if I wasn't with my kids or my husband or doing laundry, cleaning the house, I was studying nutrition. And I did that for years, you guys. I did it for years. And I discovered that I was nutritionally depleted. I was nutritionally starving. And that is why my body was storing fat. I was in crisis mode, and it didn't matter what I did. I could eat an apple or a slice of pizza and I would gain the same amount of weight. And it wasn't until I learned the secret that you have to eat more life, more wellness, that I actually started losing weight. And I truly believe that we make nutrition harder than it should be. We think it has to be this complex diet. It has to be this and that, and we have to count calories. We have to weigh our food. Let me tell you, I have never weighed my food once, and I'm a board certified master nutritionist. I've never weighed it. I've never counted calories, not once. I've never counted macros. It's not necessary. It's not. And so literally, I've met with thousands of patients all over the world, from all over. I have patients in London, I have patients in New York, LA, Florida, Texas, Arizona, Amsterdam, lots in Australia, the Caribbean. I have patients all over the world. And the one thing they always ask me, they say, what's wrong with me? Tell me what's wrong with me, and I'm here to tell you nothing's wrong with you. Our food today's modern food is created to make you addicted. It's created to get you hooked. You guys, they've monetized our cravings. They are making money off of our cravings. Starbucks has made a killing off of our addictions, off our food addictions. Every food company out there, every boxed food company, every fake food company is making money off your addictions. They are making money off our cravings. And so here's what I have to say, you guys. I want to see you get set free of your cravings, but I also want to see you get set free of the whole diet culture. It's killing us. The diet culture is making us sick, it's making us fat, and it's making us unhealthy. It's throwing off our hormones, and it's not working. Because if it was working, my friend, you would be perfect weight, perfect body type, perfect health. You would be walking in total wellness, and if you are, right on, I salute you, high five. But if you're not, why not make some changes so you can walk in that wellness? So here's a few changes that, as a board certified master nutritionist, I suggest you make starting right now. Number one is drink more water. Yes, more water is key. Now again, you don't have to be like me and carry around an ugly jug like that. I actually have my favorite water container. It's all glass. It's got a mermaid on it. I love it. So whatever you do, starting right now, I want you drinking more water. When you go out to eat, don't order a soda, don't order iced tea. Get a water and get a bowl of citrus. Ask for lemon or limes and squeeze that in there. Get a little life in there. Spice it up. Ask for a sprig of mint. Whatever. Just drink more water. Being dehydrated is the #1 reason why we have food cravings. That's the #1 reason. Most people are having food cravings because their body's actually thirsty. So #2, I want you eating more, not less, more. I eat 5 to 6 times a day, you guys. 5 to 6 times a day I eat. And again, that's breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, evening snack. And the evening snack is the only one that sometimes I do, sometimes I don't do, but the other 5, they are not optional. 5 times a day. Every meal contains these 3 items. A healthy, complex carbohydrate. Yes, I eat carbs. I eat carbs all day, every day. My carbs are just a healthier, life-giving carb, like cherries, blueberries, spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, kale. Oh my gosh, smoothies. I love real fruit smoothies. So much I wrote a book about it. Like literally, if you haven't read my smoothie book, it's awesome. I have over 52 fat melting recipes and they are delicious. My kids love it, kid approved, husband approved, they love it. I also eat healthy fats. Yes, I eat fat and I love it. I eat healthy fats like nuts, seeds, avocado. I cook with organic coconut oil, or I use avocado oil. I use olive oil. I am definitely for pro fats. I love pepitas. Oh, they are my favorite. I love pepitas. They've replaced chips for me. I do walnuts, almonds, pepitas, sunflowers. I love all of it. Hemp. Oh, it's all wonderful. Chia. Even an occasional handful of raw oats, making that into like an amazing healthy cookie. There's so many options, you guys, that if we're eating 5 to 6 times a day, these healthy, amazing meals, we are not going to have time to crave those other meals. And then of course, along with the complex carbohydrates and the healthy fats, I do a lean protein. My favorite proteins are like wild caught fish, scallops, shrimp, lobster, eggs, all of them are amazing. I also love pasture raised chicken, poultry, and occasionally I'll do grass-fed beef. So for me, it's all about clean and lean. I want clean meats. That's what you want. You want clean protein. For me, my body does best with fish. I love fish. My husband says, you eat like a mermaid. I'm like, thank you. I like that. If I can have mermaid hair, that's great. And so literally, I'm eating more now at my healthy weight than I ever did when I was overweight and obese. And just so you know where I started, so you kind of know how I started, I did not start out my journey as this green smoothie drinking, healthy eating nutritionist. Not even close. I started out my journey as a frazzled, obese, stay-at-home mom with little kids that were constantly needing my attention. I was severely shy. I was very shy and I had hardly any energy. I didn't work out. I had no energy. I had incredibly inflamed joints. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis when I was 23. And I was told that it was from all the weight I carried my whole life and the sports that I played as a kid, that I was gonna deal with this pain forever. And I'm here to tell you that my journey started with just a willingness to try. I knew I didn't know hardly, I couldn't cook. I should also mention that. I was not a chef. I had never cooked in my life. I never took home ec in high school. I never cooked. My parents never taught me to cook. They always cooked for us or purchased food. So when I started my journey as not a nutritionist, just as a mom trying to lose weight, I did not know how to cook. We lived off of mac and cheese, corn dogs, pizza, hot dogs, chicken nuggets, fast food, and that is what we did. We had chips and goldfish, kid food, little kid food. And that's what I ate too, you guys. It's horrible. So when I started my journey, I started from literally bankrupt in my health, bankrupt in my body, told I had diabetes, told I had a thyroid disease, told that I had rheumatoid arthritis, told I had PCOS. Literally, I was clinically a hot mess. And that is how I ended up going back to school to become a nutritionist. It was because I went to dozens of experts, dozens of doctors, weight loss doctors. I went to endocrinologists. I went to I went to my traditional MD, and they could not figure me out. No one could. They only said my only option was surgery. And that wasn't a route I wanted to go. I was desperate, but I did not want to do surgery. And so I decided it was worth it. I would go back to school while the kids, were sleeping. I would study. I would do everything I could to educate myself about how to heal my body. And I ended up enrolling in a naturopathic medical school where I could learn naturopathic nutrition. And that is where I became educated and continuing to learn. That's the truth, you guys. You never stop learning. You never stop growing. And I learn new stuff every day. Every single day, and I'm always bringing it in to share with you guys. I'm bringing it into the patients. But the truth is, you guys, you cannot give up just because you think everything's stacked against you. Just because one door closed, or because you didn't see success one time or 2 times or even 10 times. You guys, I tried and I failed at least 100 times before I finally found what worked for me. And I'm telling you, you have to keep going. You have to keep trying. You have to keep trying new healthy dishes. When I started, I said I hated all vegetables. I said I hated hamburgers because they had vegetables on them. That's what a picky eater I was. And now, I'm having green drinks. I'm eating kale salads. I love all fruits and vegetables almost. I'm not a big fan of asparagus, but I will eat it if it's, cooked with lemon. I'm like, okay. The truth is, you are what your habits do repeatedly. You have to keep going, and you have to know that it's not your fault. It's not your fault you crave these bad foods. You have been literally duped by the food industry to crave these foods. They are designed to make you want them. And the only weapon you have against this is to continuously eat healthy, eat frequently, and if you're doing all of that and drinking your water and you're still having these horrible cravings, I highly suggest you look into supplementing, because that means that your body's sending signals that there's nutritional gaps. And if you don't know where to start, I suggest do what I did and try the Forever Fit Kit. I like this because it has the amino acids in it. Amino acids, they are the building blocks of every cell in your body. They help your hair, they help your skin, they help your nails, but they're the delivery system of nutrients to the brain. You see, my friend, your cravings are not starting in your gut. They're not starting in your esophagus, and they're not starting in your mouth. They're starting in your brain. Every craving in every human on the entire planet starts in the brain. And a lot of times, the reason why we have these cravings that are not just, hey, I really like chocolate cake, or hey, I really love pizza. No, it's like you're gonna pull over now, you're hitting that drive-thru and you're eating that entire large fry. That is not the same. That is an out of control, voracious craving. And it could be, like I said, it's because you haven't eaten, and so your blood sugar is dropped and your body is sending this craving. But it could also be that you have been so depleted for so long of vitamins, of nutrients, of minerals, of phytonutrients. And the number one thing I see that's usually a deficiency is amino acids. If we don't have amino acids, it doesn't matter how healthy we eat. Our body doesn't deliver the nutrients to the bones, to the muscles, to the skin, or to the brain. So what that means is we feel more tired, we cannot think as straight, and it doesn't matter how much we eat, we're still exhausted and we're still craving more. That is a huge sign that you have a deficiency. That's a huge sign. I was that person. I had the deficiency. And so that's how I developed these supplements, you guys, was because I studied and I was able to recognize all these deficiencies that I was dealing with, and I figured others must be too. And so a huge sign is a voracious appetite, uncontrollable cravings that literally are not satisfied. Even when you give them what it wants more. It's an endless pit of cravings, and that is a huge sign you're lacking amino acids. And if that's the case, the crave control is absolutely amazing. It's wonderful how just supplementing amino acids has changed my life, has changed my control, and has allowed me to, I still feel hungry when it's time to eat. That's good. That's a healthy sign. But what it is it has helped me be in control of what I choose. And the truth is if you ever feel out of control, remember, number one, it is not your fault. These foods are designed to, number one, be nutritionally deficient, so that way you, my friend, will crave more. They're designed with these additives and missing certain nutrients, so your body never registers fullness and it never registers to feel satisfied or satiated. That is why you can't just have one. That is why you can't just have 10. That is why even when you eat it, you want more. So I hope today's lesson really helps answer your questions on why am I hungry? Why am I craving this? Why? What's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you. Now you know the truth. You know the truth behind what the food companies are doing to your food, and you know the truth behind how your body is reacting and working. And you have options, you guys. You have to fight back. You take your control back when you take your power back on what you eat. You vote with your fork. You choose with your spoon. It's the truth. What you decide to eat will decide how you're going to feel tomorrow, how you're going to react to food later, and how your body's ultimately going to look and feel. Where I am today, I've lost 134 pounds. I have totally and completely reversed type 2 diabetes. I have completely healed my body of rheumatoid arthritis by making food changes. And that is a whole nother video, how food affects your body, like how food can really trigger acidic reactions like arthritis, like thyroid issues, like diabetes. And if you just make major changes and stick to it and stay with it for a long period of time, you will feel better. I guarantee you, if you start eating the way I'm teaching you now, in 10 years from now, you'll come back to me and you will thank me. You'll say, thank you for that. Thank you for that. I feel amazing. Because I will tell you, if I could go back in time and change anything in my life, it would be telling myself to start this sooner. That's the only regret I have, is not doing this sooner, not making these changes that my body needs, not helping my body sooner. Because I will tell you, it's been great. There is a freeness when you feel good. There is so much joy when your body stops hurting. And I will tell you that I am completely and totally healed of all of those issues. I'm on 0 medication. I only supplement with nutrients. And I supplement because it gives my body what it needs, where our food is lacking. And I'm on 0 medications now. 0. I went from spending almost $1,000 a month over our food budget, just on medications. And now I'm on 0. I'm on 0. And in fact, I met with a friend of mine 2 days ago, and we did an assessment of my physical age, my cellular age, meaning how old is my body showing under a microscope, under these tests. I tested at over 10 years younger than I am now. So truly the time is redeemed. It's pretty cool. So while it took me longer to get started, my body has aged in reverse. So that's pretty awesome, you guys. Listen, if I can do it, you can do it. And as always, I want you to know everybody is different. Everybody's has a different way of healing and a different way of losing weight and a different way of your body responding. And so be patient with yourself. You may not lose exactly as how I did, or your friend did, or your sister, or your husband. Be patient with yourself, but most of all, be persistent. Don't give up if the first time you don't see the results you want, or even the second time. It takes consistency. In fact, they say 90 days is a great way to see your body transform. Give yourself 90 days and you'll change your life. Literally, 90 days and you will change your life. 60 days to break a bad habit. And your habits, they are what decide your future. So regardless, give yourself a chance to try, or try again. Don't you dare give up. Don't give up on yourself. It is possible and it is never too late. I have patients that are all ages, from 8 years old on up to 90 years old. I have patients of all levels, patients who are top athletes, doctors, surgeons. I have clients who are literally medical experts coming to me for help because we all have our area of expertise. And it just so happens that healthy weight management and healthy weight loss is my forte. That's where I'm specialized. So I would love to help you. If you need anything at all, you have questions, please reach out. I would love to answer those for you. And if you have nutritional questions, reach out, send them to me because I'll try to answer those live in my next videos. If you need anything at all, please go to my website, fitbodyweightloss.com. That is home base for me. I will answer all your emails and get back to you and answer those questions. But in the meantime, you have an awesome day. You have a beautiful rest of your month, an amazing week, and know that anything is possible. You just have to be willing to try and to keep going and to keep going even when you fall. So you got this, my friend. You can do this. And remember, there's nothing wrong with you. Your body is a beautiful, brilliant masterpiece. You just have to learn to take a little bit better care of it and make some changes, and you're gonna be golden. So if I can do it, you can do this. Hang in there, you got this.